Clara Bancroft, curator of the Richard Diebenkorn exhibition here at the Royal Academy. The exhibition is a focus survey of the career of Richard Diebenkorn starting in 1950 and proceeding to 1988, and it covers the three major foci of his career. So early abstraction from 1950 to 55, when he was working in Albuquerque, which is in New Mexico, Urbana, which is in Illinois in the middle of the country, and in Northern California in Berkeley. As the audiences proceed through the gallery, they'll notice a shift in palette, not just style, not just a shift from abstraction to figuration back to abstraction, but you'll really notice a shift in the colors and tonality of the work. And that's because Diebenkorn was so very sensitive to his environments. And while he wasn't setting out to capture the landscape captured him. Admire the very small cigar box lid paintings. They're tiny, they're minuscule. He took the lids off cigar boxes. He was a smoker. He'd use the boxes as receptacles for brushes and paint in the studio. And he painted the lids and gave them as gifts to friends and family. He made 13 of these in the mid-70s, and they are glorious. Every artist has different inspirations. For him, he never wanted anything to be easy, and that's one of the reasons why he shifted focus, because he didn't want the work to be formulaic. He always wanted to feel challenged, and that's why when things became too easy for him, for instance, by the 1950s, he was known as one of the best and most famous West Coast abstract expressionists. He was still very young. And it's at that moment that he shifts to figuration, when figurative work was not in vogue, but he had confidence and he had a vision and he didn't want to keep producing the same work, and so he proceeded in his own vein without concern to the market or the opinions of anyone else. And very quickly he achieved equal success in that style. And I think that says a lot about the artist. My favorite quote is actually from a colleague of his at UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles, who said, "If you move Diebenkorn down the road 1 mile, it'll change his work."